Does your maybe get you stuck in chaos every year? 2025 is fast approaching, and I bet many of you are already starting to get FOMO about all those courses you should take, about that coaching you should get, or about those new products you should own. If you're into FOMO and you feel chaotic, well, there's a reason for that. And let's take a look at that. I'm Marla Koupal. I'm a sales skills expert and an AI fluency expert. I've helped people make over 50 million in revenues. And let's just get down to some good old common sense today about the things that get in your way every year when you're doing online marketing and online sales. So be sure to subscribe to this channel so you know the next time I go live. Let's talk about how your maybes are costing you time, they're costing you energy, they're costing you clients, they're costing you new connections. There's so many ways that maybe can come in and disrupt your successful business trends. So if you're feeling overwhelmed with too many options, take a look at how many maybes that you have. Can you clearly say no to a number of them right away? If you really know where you're going, and I'm not just talking about those measurable goals, like where is your essence in your business? Where is it that you see yourself 3, 4, 5 years from now? Those urgent things that all the marketing world creates for us every year to respond to and to make us feel like we've missed out, or we don't have the right answer. Oh my God, you've got to get in on this. Wait a minute. I want you to do an assessment of your common sense. Your common sense will tell you you have more skill, more aptitude, more knowledge. You just aren't implementing right. Yes, the reason people don't achieve their goals every year is they don't come up with a good implementation plan and they don't manage the execution. So one of the first things that I heard this week was how to just create a 12-week year so that you have shorter goal spans. And when you have shorter goal spans, then it's easier to measure your implementation and your execution. And you're not going to find yourself in one of those situations where you go to the end of the year and you feel, oh, I only have a month left. Oh, fine, I'll give it up and do it next year. So maybes are when you just don't make good choices for yourself. Talk about why it's hard to say yes or no. A lot of you are out there worried about, well, could this be the answer I've been looking for? First of all, why are you giving somebody else more power than yourself? You have life experiences. I want you to go back to your life experiences. They don't have to be in social media, but you have life experiences. You've built a family, you've maybe built a business, you've built a successful career. Now you're into a new situation called online marketing. Well, that doesn't mean you don't know anything. You are not starting over. I want you to make an assessment of everything that you're already using, things that you know, skills that you have, and I want you to write them down. And I want you to really say, hey, what do I need? Where's the gap? So don't buy a course if you've not done a gap assessment. And if you need to get a gap assessment, you're not clear on where you want to go, then work with someone like me who's giving away 30-minute strategic sessions just to get you on the road to 2025 and where it is you want to go. It doesn't matter if you decide to use me later on as a coach or not. We're going to have a great connection. I've been a small business owner for over 50 years, and I have to tell you that I wish I'd had someone helping me with these FOMO decisions long ago. So let's just talk about some of the things that are coming up this year for everyone. There's a lot of AI automation tools out there. Well, before you go jump in on AI automation, you have to say, what's going on in my business? Am I making enough? If I'm working on Facebook, do I make enough friend connections every day? Am I having 3 to 5 conversations a day with new people? Do I have a good follow-up system, or am I letting things fall through the cracks? Well, then you might be open for something. But before that, you want to go back and assess, what do you already know, and what's a system that you've used in the past that maybe you've just dropped using? You've said you've just forgotten about it because you really lacked consistency. See, FOMO wins. They get your money every time you forget to go back and check out your gaps. If you're always looking at everything that comes along as new, fresh, shinier, and you think that you're going to end up in a new place, wait a minute, it's all about your behaviors. What have your behaviors been in the past? Where have they gotten you? What is it that you do really, really well that you need to do more consistently? What implementation have you not done in the past? How many courses have you taken in the past in which you didn't implement anything from any of them? Well, then don't get caught up in FOMO, because this is going to drive you down the crazy path called didn't do anything this year either. So that's not where you want to be. You are really looking to get out of your chaos. So this is December, and I'm going to say that you still have a couple of weeks to the first of the year. Offers are already coming out, but I want you to start your assessment now. Are you really on the path that you want to choose for next year? You see, I don't have any courses that I'm taking right now. None have come across my plate that help me do anything better than sit down and assess that, well, I could have executed better here. I could have executed better here. Here's the system I already have in place. I'm going to fill in my execution gaps. And as I fill in my execution gaps, I discover that there's really not any new information I need. Now, I might need a new tool, an additional automation tool, but I already have 7 that I use, and they're really, really effective for me to meet new people, get new leads, schedule my posts on time, and more. But those are the things that are keeping me on track. So I realize as I get into more drip campaigns and use my systems consistently, I am having more time to talk to people. I am getting where I need to go. So if you're really looking at getting more systems this year, don't take a class. Find the products that are going to allow you to work with someone like me or someone else who's skilled at setting you up in that program. And there's also continuous Q&A training so that you know how to do that. Many people are buying automation, but they're not implementing that either. So I don't recommend you go there unless you know your implementation strategy. So here's 2 criteria for you on automation and implementation strategy. Who's going to set me up? Because I don't know about you. I can have all the training videos in front of me, but I miss the subtle points. I miss the strategies. I miss the quality of what it is I need to set up in order to really make this program work for me well. So luckily, when I bought my software, I got the training I needed, I got the videos I needed, and I got the hand-holding support I needed. That's where you want to go when you're buying a new tool. Don't just have someone get you a tool and lose, because you'll find in about 60 days to 90 days, you're going to say, I'm giving it up. So that's another form of chaos. So get excited about automation because it does have a benefit, but also before you jump in, be sure all the maybes are clear. And if somebody says, I might be able to help you, then that's not the program for you, or that might be the product for you, but you need a different person that you get connected with in order to set up your automation. So let's just go back and let's recap today. What do you want to achieve for the year? How are you going to manage the maybe trap? Let's put it this way. If you can't clearly get to a yes or a no, and you can't clearly get to an execution plan, then the product is most likely not for you. So as a salesperson, it's kind of interesting. I'm telling you how not to buy, but I'm also telling you how to buy. Be clear in your own mind what it is that you're going to need to support you in your online business, your small business, your sales business, whatever it is. Be sure you are really looking at you. You've clearly defined what your gaps are, and you can go ahead, make some pretty savvy choices for yourself and leave the maybes behind. And before you leave, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give me a like, and let me know in comments what you think of this, or if there's any other topics you'd like me to handle when it comes to smart execution for your business or your sales.